Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. And the Tar Heels will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Penn State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Freeman. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams? Conferences are better. You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. Catches it at the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Tar Heels offense will go to work for the first time today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Smashes through. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch, called for and made. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these were two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Dropping back, it's Freeman. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Gets it out quickly. Still running at the 40. The expressway is wide open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases. and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next. Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back in the ball. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. Never a doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Lions is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Flowers. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking for a man. It's Freeman. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Flowers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line, and the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
A first down for the offense. They'll try the run. Tried to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
At the 45 on its way.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He's going to run it. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, and you open it up for the passing game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running work.
The 18
To be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You know, it's so unique to find quarterbacks that have these types of moves in the open field. You oftentimes find guys that can run very quickly straight line. But how about the shiftiness of this quarterback and the ability to make people miss? That's impressive.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for...
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The option look. Now the pitch. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Trying play action. On the move to his left. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Freeman. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. on the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us?
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on third down. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
It's complete. Can anyone catch him? The 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And that one will give them the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but
The 18.
found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Grabbed behind the line, it's Stevenson. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They've changed into the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. 8th play of the drive coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Use the play fake, now the throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver shows motion. Quickly complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. To the air, it's Freeman. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
And the short completion brings up second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the right. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Now on the option. He'll toss it. He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. On target. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UNC! They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying to find his man on first down. Brings it in down the left side. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Penn State! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. And this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be... Stopped at the 23. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's a big play for the defense. Playing at home, you're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Stevenson. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The offense coughs it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. I don't know that there's anything more demoralizing to an offense than the fumble. I know the defense makes plays, but sometimes they just seem so unnecessary or sloppy.
I think the offensive coordinator now has some decisions to have to make. Oftentimes, Reese, we see running backs fumble, they get benched. Well, this offense, they're not going to bench this guy because of his talent. But how many more times do you trust him to carry the football on design quarterback runs after that fumble?
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Wants to throw. It's Freeman. Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll give it to the back. Sweet feet on the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Encroachment, defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? It's your decision.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Huge moment coming here as they try to quiet this raucous, crazy crowd. They'll try to pop the draw. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Timeout is called with just a single second left. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. So here comes our first play of overtime. He'll do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll leave it with him. And the Tar Heels will move the sticks.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They'll ride the hot hand. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun to give, looking for room. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that call on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime. He'll toss it. Touchdown, North Carolina! They strike first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28.
That makes the score North Carolina 35-6.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great...
Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us.